Hello everyone on the interwebs, my name is Cortec and today we are going to be watching a Starcraft 2 Heart of the Swarm replay. It's going to be a PvP, Protoss versus Protoss. We're going to be watching our red Protoss Millennium's Feast versus Millennium's Feast, the red Protoss in the upper right corner, versus Roots Sage, the blue Protoss in the lower left corner. We have cross position. Protoss seems to be emphasizing that it is cross position only apparently. Protoss is, and everyone observing, is actually just people in the game when it was made. We do see a pylon, 9 pylon for both players, the usual. Millennium's Feast has nice timing with that. They both did. And let's analyze the map real quick. We have a pretty accessible natural and easy to defend. We have a little choke here that can be defended from this part of the base. Pretty easy to defend. You have the advantage, the high ground advantage, and it's just a choke, easy to defend. You can get some force fields here pretty easily. But the thirds, okay, they paused apparently. Root Sage wanted to pause apparently. And we do see that the third expansion, however, is harder to defend. This one is in the middle of two ramps, easy to access, especially if the guy was here. But if he's here, then, well, especially if he's here, then you can just expand there. If he's here, then it's a bit tougher, it's a bit of a risk, but it's nice. This, however, is the most open expansion of all. You have this path right here, have this path, and then this path, and if the guy tries to attack this and fails, you can just try to go to the main, and you can just reinforce here and go both sides. We do see double gas for Feast right in the beginning. Same for Sage. We might be seeing something gas heavy, maybe some Stargate play. That'd be pretty sick. Maybe some DTs as well. Considering the cybernetic score, well, they're pretty similar in timing. They're both almost exact. The pro timing is a little bit off, favoring Sage. Now we do see the pylon here. And since the pylon is back here, it's probably going to be a Stargate at the back of the base, harder to scout. We are not seeing any sort of really early economic play, nor really early harassment. Well, he wouldn't have time. Anyways, the Feast is checking the back of his base if he has any proxy pylons. We do see Twilight Council actually being thrown down by both players, which, like I said, might be DTs. It might also be Blink Stalkers, some sort of play like that. That'd be pretty cool to see. But they're both researching Warp Gate at around the same time, and it's gonna be great. The Blink Stalkers and the DTs, you just have so many paths. For any type of units, there are so many paths you can take. You can attack so many ways, but it all leads to just this entrance. Just this one entrance, this little choke. You can defend anything. We do see another Stalker. They're not chrono boosting the Warp Gate research. Neither of them are. And we do see another gateway being thrown down for Feast. For both actually, for both the players, Sage and Feast. We do see a Dark Shrine at the same exact time being thrown down for both players. They're both playing the exact same thing. They're almost equal. But we do see that they're both going to do proxy pawns. Did one exactly in the same place, one here, and then there, and then there's one in the natural, and he does one in the natural almost. A bit more safe. This one is easier to check, to spot, might lead to trouble, but Sage is already guessing he's going to do DTs. I'm going to do a robotics facility just to be safe, to get some observers out. But Feast is just scouting. Does he see the pylon? Yes, he does. He sees the pylon. He should be going there pretty soon. Maybe not. He should. But Feast is just playing a bit more economic, which might just cost him it might just cost him, really. We do see the first DTs being thrown down for Feast. Sage has spotted it. He needs the observer ASAP. He did force field the entrance. He sacrificed those. He sacrificed that zealot, but he can still just mass force field. He's actually just gonna keep force fielding. We do see the DTs here. Feast did the exact same thing. He force fielded the ramp. We do see that the observer is gonna be out soon, while Feast doesn't have his observer yet. It's gonna be quite some trouble without any observers. He's gonna have to chrono boost it out. But he doesn't have the energy. He does now. He should chrono boost it out pretty soon. Unless he can just keep force fielding. He can. He does have another sentry. We do see that the DTs here are... He has an observer, so those DTs are pretty much rendered useless. But Feast just has a lot more economy than Sage. It just has that expansion up already, while Sage is just throwing it down. We do see the DTs doing a lot of damage, but the Stalker Micro is doing a lot. It is helping plenty. He's gonna go for the workers. Can he get any? He didn't kill any workers. I think he maybe killed one. He did. He killed two in the entire game. We do see that this Pylon got found out. He found out about that Pylon. We do see that he just transferred some probes there, and he's gonna start just saturating that. He is killing that Pylon. And they're both just they're transitioning to immortal plays. So they're both similar. They're both doing the exact same thing. Immortals and just immortal, stalker, that kind of ball, gateway. And we do see the mothership core. The first mothership. Okay, we saw the second pause of the game. Apparently, we do see a mothership core being thrown down by Feast, while Sage thinks he should go another direction and go into some Stargate play while also doing the mothership core. So we might just see some immortal gateway Stargate. So he's going ultra death ball just early in the game. We do see that they don't have any forges whatsoever. We do see another Pylon being thrown down, and actually not one Stargate, two Stargates. You can see some heavy airplay from Sage, which will be kind of bad for Feast because he's mainly going for Immortals and Zealots. As for Stalker, it's not going to be enough. We do see another Dark Templar, maybe a scouting one, and it's just going to try and kill some workers maybe, but he doesn't have... Okay, his observer is right here. I can just get that here really quick. We do see a Phoenix being created, being warped in by Sage. And it's probably gonna do some scouting and kill some nothing. Can't kill anything really. Gonna get two more Phoenix. Once he has three Phoenix, probably gonna go to his base. We do see that Blink is being researched, and we do have a forge being built, being warped in by Feast. So he's gonna start thinking about those upgrades and maybe some cannon defense, which might just help against the DTs. And we do see some more Phoenixes. He's chrono boosting those Phoenix out like a beast. Just two more Phoenix. He's gonna have 5 Phoenix pretty soon. Now we do see some movement by Feast. He's gonna send one Stalker here, and it's gonna get attacked by the DT, which is gonna just make it obvious that the DT is there. He did not see it though. Wait, yes he did. He did see it. He's gonna send his troops. The observer as well, but the stalkers are much quicker. And Sage just saw the stalker and he just decided to run. We do see that 5 Phoenixes are about to pop into Sage's Feast's natural, while Feast does not have any anti-air whatsoever other than soon to be Blink stalkers. He spotted those Phoenixes and he's ready to defend. Photon overcharge on the next, and the Phoenix just got repelled. That Phoenix repelled, the Photon overcharge just threw those away. But we do see some Void Raids being created, so we're going to have a Phoenix Void Ray army. The gateways are not being used for Sage. The Phoenixes are going over to the main, scout, kill some probes, do some damage. Let's see, we're going to have pretty sick lift up action. And he does have the energy to kill a lot of that. He does have a ton of energy. It's almost gone. He still had a couple. He soon to have a couple. He killed a couple of workers. I'm saying couple a lot. He killed 8 workers around that. Sage has a bit of a supply lead, but that doesn't matter. What matters is the void rays, the air, which which Feast cannot defend that easily. Now he can. He does have the Archons being built, but Sage has scouted that Archon being built. We do see the upgrades. Feast just researched 1 attack. He's about to research either 2 attack or 1 armor. Well, I guess. Just about. We do see some blink action to the main, while he sends the rest of the army through the front of the base. He force fielded and he's getting ready to defend the blink army, but they just broke through those force fields. He does have a couple more. The time warp being done by his Feast just helped the troops not getting back. We do see some more warpins over here, but they're gonna take a while to get here, and the battle just goes on, poking around here and there, and it's just too much, and they just decide to linger. We do see some stalkers being left by the phoenixes, but the phoenixes get caught. 1 or 2 are gonna get killed. One got killed. We do see that this expansion is gonna get destroyed when it was built. So 400 meters just got lost right there. Let's look at the units lost tab. The lost tab is pretty similar. They both lost the same amount of resources. The blink was massive, and the troops go over here, and then we do see that these troops are gonna get back. These stalkers are just gonna blink down. Well, no, they are not. He decided to use these troops to lure him, and then he's gonna kill the Nexus right here. Just gonna do some massive, not massive, but it's gonna do some damage. If he kills that Nexus, he's not gonna have that many workers, and the base is gone. He's not gonna be able to mine from there. I don't know if he's gonna decide to just build another Nexus and try to get these minerals. There's still a couple. He's gonna decide to do that. But we do see some more action. The DT is just there. He doesn't have the observer around him. There he is. The observer is right there. But we do see a lot of void rays, and then he can't do the prismatic alignment. He doesn't get that plus versus armored, and the troops just got destroyed. He doesn't have any upgrades. Sage does not have any upgrades, while Feast has 1 attack. But the DTs are just too much, and he is being forced to retreat back to the base. We do see 1 DT just cleaned up every worker. 13 workers in the main. They were all killed. We do see that these zealots are going back. He's trying to boost an observer out, but these troops are just getting obliterated by the DTs. It's all the 5 DTs, and this DT is almost dead. It is now dead. He decided to get that zealot back. It was a pretty nice move. Now he does need to resaturate on both bases, maybe even expand, take a third. We do see some more stalker army being set up. He does need more observers, and this long distance mining is not gonna stop, because the Nexus is now ready. He's getting the third on, and he's getting the Archons as well. He's gonna get to those DTs into Archons, which are gonna do a lot of help into the army composition. But we do see here another robotics facility being thrown down. We do have a lot of gateways. Well, 5 gateways here, and that's all the gateways he has actually. The Stargates are not being used a lot, are they? Yeah, they just were. He just made some void rays, and we do see some poking around with stalkers. But then again, he just has more Archons, and it's not gonna be enough for Feast. He doesn't have enough army. Look at the supply difference. It's half of the supply, 50 supply lead. It is just too much. Sage just has a ton of supply. Feast cannot handle it. He needs to get more army ASAP. This is some chroning boosting of the probes, but the economy was just destroyed. We do see that the DT is here. He knows that the DT was here. Does he see that DT with the observer just passed? No, he did not. He's not gonna see it coming. He's gonna get destroyed. Well, he did guess it or see it, and he's gonna kill that DT pretty soon. We do see that this army just encounters Sage's army, but it's just not enough. The Sage can just defeat that easily. You see that the observer just got kind of rallied. The Nexus will not go down, but it'll go pretty soon. It'll go down. We do see that the 2 attack is being researched. The Nexus is pretty close to being taken down, but it's not going to be. He's going to try to destroy this Nexus to prevent this expansion from existing, but it's not going to cut it, so he just decided to kill the probes. Killed some pros, but it's just too much. Sage just got there pretty quick. Blink saved him though. The Blink saved these stalkers from doom. You see that Feast just does have a lot of money, while his warp gates are not actually functioning. So that's why we do see that he's gonna transition into High Templars, maybe to get those storms or feedbacks. Well, I don't see the feedback summon, so it's probably gonna be some storms, which are gonna help a lot to this army. What he needs is to take a third, which he knows, and he is doing. This pawn is still here, just as this pawn is. We do see that another DT is here scouting, but the observer and the time warp, it was useless. It was just a bit late, but it wasn't useless. It just wasn't needed. The other part of the army would have done just fine. You see some more. You see 2 High Templars and 2 Zealots being warped in. But Storm is not being researched. He doesn't have the money. Maybe he's saving for it. Maybe. Well, he isn't. He's just getting ready to suffer from an attack from Sage, which kind of emphasizes the supply difference. It's just too much. This army compared to this army, it just isn't gonna cut it. Even though Sage does not have any upgrades, Feast does not have that much of an upgrade advantage. That is the thing. He just has +2, I mean he has 2 on the army, on the attack, so it's gonna help a bit. But the army, there's just too many Stalkers and Zealots and Voids and Archons. It is just too much, and Sage just decides to throw the cherry on top of the cake and get the robotics bait to finish it off, really. We do see some more Stalkers trying to get this Zealot to survive, maybe kill some Zealots. He decides to microback this Zealot. Pretty safe move. The Colossi, the robotics bay is soon to be ready. It's halfway there, even more. We see that 3 attack is being researched in the forge, and the robotics bay is also being built, but later. It is much later, so it's not going to come in time, and Sage can just get the Colossi and obliterate him. He doesn't even need the Colossi, really. We do see that this massive army, is just going to destroy him. It is just too much. That he didn't even stand a chance. Those Void Rays just cleaned everything up. He lifted some troops. You can see some more Colossi being warped in, and the Colossus being chrono boosted out, but it's just not gonna get there in time. As he does realize it's a GG. Beast realized it's a GG, and just game over. Sage won this game for Root Gaming, and we do see that the robotics play was almost done. That warp in graphic it's just weird. It is just warped in. It just got here. It's about to get here. The APM is just too much. I always get surprised when I see the APM. Look at the army. The army tab is just too much. 6,000 minerals versus 2,000. 4,000 gas versus 1,000 gas. The upgrades, they did favor Feast. He did have the blink and the attack. The production was just constant. Units lost. Feast just lost a lot of resources. It did not help him. It just... The army just destroyed him. Hence all the resources lost. And the probes... Many probes got killed. They didn't get a good economy ready because of that. Structures and the units... We just saw a pretty basic death ball with Immortals, Archons, and Void Rays. Immortals, Archons, Stalkers, Zealots, and Void Rays. They just obliterated any chance that Feast could have had with just Stalker and Archon. He did need that extra thing, which was a Colossi, but it did not get there in time. The spending is pretty similar, and the income. The income, of course, Sage was ahead. He was on 3 bases versus the 2. This one was almost ready, but it did come too late, as this has been mining for quite a while. Just a long time it has been mining. And this attack just clear on the front of the base. It wasn't a clear attack, clear engagement, a pure simple A move engagement, just destroyed Millennium's Feast. It was just enough. And as we saw, the win for Sage PvP. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow in the next video.